It happens in an instant, a moment so ordinary you never see it coming. At home, at work, or out with friends, everything feels routine until suddenly, it doesn't. 1 second, the world is humming along, clocks ticking, computers whirring, the gentle buzz of electricity in the air. In a busy office, a family kitchen, or a crowded subway, life moves forward without a second thought. The television murmurs, lights glow softly, the refrigerator hums, and somewhere, a child laughs at a glowing tablet. Maybe you're reading, cooking, or just relaxing. Everything feels safe and familiar. Then, with a sudden, silent click, everything vanishes. The world is plunged into darkness. At home, in the office, even in a bustling cafe. Conversations stop mid-sentence, screens go black, the hum of life is replaced by a heavy, uncertain silence. For a heartbeat, there's only silence. You're comfortable. Suddenly, you're not. Your eyes strain to adjust. Shadows stretch across the room, swallowing familiar shapes. In the dark, every sound feels sharper, every movement uncertain. Instinct kicks in, your heart pounds, your breath quickens. Some fumble for a light switch, others reach for their phones. In offices, people murmur in confusion. In homes, children call out for parents. The silence is heavy, almost deafening. Maybe you reach for a light switch, but nothing happens. Someone else tries to open a laptop, only to find it powerless. The noise, gone. The light, gone. Your home, your office, even a familiar cafe becomes a landscape of shadows and uncertainty. You hear someone else in the house or office call out, their voice echoing in the dark. Confusion ripples through everyone. Instinct takes over. You move slowly, hands outstretched, searching for something familiar. A flashlight, a candle, your phone. Someone stubs a toe on a coffee table. Another person bumps into a chair. In a rush, someone knocks over a glass of water. The risk of small accidents rises instantly. This universal jolt throws us back to a more primal state. Alert, cautious, vulnerable. You scramble to find a flashlight, a candle, or even your phone. Anything to push back the darkness. Your heart races, your senses sharpen. Every sound feels louder, every movement more urgent. The urge to act quickly is overwhelming, but rushing can lead to mistakes. Most people's first reaction is to scramble for candles or matches, often in the dark, risking trips or minor accidents. This instinctive rush can lead to unnecessary hazards, burns, falls, or even fires. The best move is to pause, breathe, and let your eyes adjust. Acting with care in those first moments can prevent real danger. The darkness hits. Instinctively, almost everyone grabs their phone. That familiar glow feels like a lifeline, a pocket-sized beacon in the void. But your phone is more than just a flashlight, it's your emergency toolkit. With a tap, you can check emergency apps, access offline maps, or send a quick text to let loved ones know you're safe. These features can be lifesavers when the power is out. If you need help, use your phone to send emergency texts or contact services. Texting uses less battery and often works when calls don't. But every second your screen is on, your battery drains, so use it wisely. Your phone is your lifeline, not your lantern. That LED is a voracious power hog. Using it for light is a gamble you can't afford. Switch to a flashlight or headlamp as soon as you can. Think of your phone battery as survival currency, finite and precious. Will power return in an hour or days? You don't know, so every percent matters. Avoid streaming, gaming, or endless scrolling. Save your battery for what truly counts. Dim your screen, close unused apps, and turn on battery saver mode. Airplane mode can stretch your battery even further if you don't need to communicate right away. Candles are a last resort. Flashlights and headlamps are safer, brighter, and won't risk your only connection to the outside world. Keep your phone ready for emergencies, not entertainment. Retrain your instinct. Preserve your phone for what matters most. Use it for emergency tools, not entertainment, and it will be there when you truly need it. When the power goes out, your first instinct might be to check the fridge or freezer. But every time you open that door, you let precious cold air escape, putting your food at risk. Each blast of cold air you feel is your food safety margin slipping away. Just a few seconds of curiosity can shave hours off how long your food stays safe. Use a food thermometer to check temperatures. If perishable foods are above 40 degrees Fahrenheit for more than 2 hours, it's time to toss them. A closed fridge keeps food cold for about 4 hours. A full freezer can last up to 48 hours if unopened. Group foods together to keep them colder longer, and move perishables to the coldest part. Label containers with dates so you know what to use first. Before an emergency, stock up on shelf-stable foods like canned beans, nut butters, and dried fruit. Store them in a cool, dry place and rotate your supply regularly. These foods last longest and can be the foundation for simple, no-cook meals. When planning meals, use up perishables first: milk, meat, eggs, and leftovers. If they look, smell, or taste off, don't risk it. Signs of spoilage include sour odors, slimy textures, or mold. When in doubt, throw it out. Prepare simple meals with what you have. Combine canned beans with rice, make sandwiches with nut butter, or mix dried fruit and nuts for a quick snack. Use bottled water for drinking and food prep if tap water is unsafe. Treat your fridge and freezer like time capsules, open only when absolutely necessary. Every minute they stay closed is extra time your food stays safe. Plan ahead, stay organized, and you'll keep your food and your family safe until the lights come back on. When the lights go out, many instinctively reach for candles. That warm, flickering glow feels comforting, but it hides real danger. In the United States alone, the National Fire Protection Association reports that candles cause over 7,000 home fires each year, most during power outages. The soft light may seem safe, but in a blackout, it can quickly become a hazard. In the unfamiliar dimness, it's easy to misjudge distances or place a candle too close to paper, curtains, or furniture. A sudden draft, a pet's tail, or a careless gesture can tip a candle and start a fire in seconds. During a blackout, emergency responders may be delayed, giving a small flame time to grow out of control. If you must use a candle, follow these steps. Place it on a clear, stable surface away from anything that can burn. Use a deep, non-flammable container, like a glass jar, to contain the flame. Never leave a candle unattended and keep it out of reach of children and pets. Extinguish all candles before leaving the room or going to sleep. But there are safer options. Solar-powered lanterns and battery-powered LED lanterns provide bright, reliable light without the risk of fire. Glow sticks are another safe, long-lasting alternative, especially for children or to mark pathways. Make sure your smoke detectors have fresh backup batteries. Test them regularly, especially before storm season. A working smoke detector is your best early warning if a fire starts during a blackout. Have a fire safety plan. Practice a fire escape route with your family so everyone knows what to do if a fire breaks out. Keep exits clear and make sure everyone can find their way out, even in the dark. The far safer choice is to avoid open flames entirely. Modern battery-powered or solar lanterns, LED headlamps, and glow sticks should be your go-to light sources. Keep these in your blackout kit and use them as your primary light source. Remember, a preventable fire during a blackout can turn a stressful situation into a disaster. Candles should be your absolute last resort. Choose the safety of modern technology, have a fire plan, and protect your home and loved ones from unnecessary risk. When the power goes out, it's normal to feel a surge of anxiety or even panic. Take a moment to pause, stand still or sit down safely. Close your eyes, breathe in deeply, hold it, and exhale slowly. Repeat this a few times. This simple act calms your body and mind, helping you think clearly and respond with care. If you're with family, encourage everyone to join in. For children, make it a calming game. Count slow breaths, hold hands, or share a gentle hug. Reassure them that blackouts are temporary and you're together. If someone has special needs, check that they are safe and comfortable before moving on. Keep your eyes closed for a full minute to let your vision adjust. When you open them, you'll be surprised how much you can see from ambient light. Protect your new night vision. Avoid turning on bright screens or lights. Next, run a mental checklist. Where are you? Who else is in the house? Is anyone missing or in need of help? What were you doing when the power went out? Are there pets, elderly, or vulnerable family members who need attention? Before moving, scan for hazards. Are there objects on the floor you could trip over? Was the stove on, or are there space heaters or irons running? If it's safe, turn them off. Unplug sensitive electronics to protect them from surges when power returns. If you have children, elderly, or anyone with mobility challenges, make sure they stay put until you've checked the area. Assign someone to stay with them if possible, then check on your neighbors, especially those who are elderly, live alone, or may need extra help. Once you've assessed immediate risks, calmly assign tasks. Who checks the stove? Who gathers the emergency kit? Who stays with the children or pets? Clear roles prevent confusion and keep everyone safe. Group activities, like playing a board game, telling stories, or drawing by flashlight, can help pass the time and keep spirits up. Remember, slow is safe. Move deliberately, not in a rush. A blackout is stressful, but your calm leadership and positive attitude can turn chaos into connection. Take a breath, make a plan, and use this time to support each other. Together, you can weather the darkness with resilience and hope. Once you've assessed the situation, it's time to locate your blackout kit. This kit is your lifeline during an outage. If you don't have one, assemble it now. Don't wait for an emergency. Store it in a central, easy-to-find spot like a hall closet, so anyone in your household can access it quickly, even in total darkness. Start by gathering all the essentials in one place. Begin with reliable lighting. Pack a high-lumen LED flashlight for each person, plus a wearable headlamp to keep your hands free. Avoid candles as a primary light source. They're a fire hazard, especially in stressful situations. Instead, include extra batteries and check them regularly. Store fresh batteries outside your devices in a waterproof pouch to prevent corrosion. Set a calendar reminder to check and replace them every 6 months. This simple habit prevents a common point of failure when you need light most. Add a fully charged power bank and a battery-operated or hand-crank AM/FM radio for communication. Don't forget charging cables for all your devices. For survival, include a first aid kit, a 3-day supply of essential medications, and hygiene items like hand sanitizer and wipes. Pack at least 1 gallon of water per person per day, and high-energy, non-perishable snacks. Add less common but invaluable items, water purification tablets in case your water supply runs low, emergency blankets for warmth, and copies of important documents like IDs, insurance, and medical information sealed in a waterproof bag. Customize your kit for your household. If you have children, add comfort items or small games. For pets, include food and supplies. If someone has special medical needs, pack extra medication or equipment. Review your kit every few months and update it as your family's needs change. Consolidate everything into one clearly labeled container. Tape a checklist inside the lid with an inventory, expiration dates, and emergency contacts. When you're anxious, you won't have to rely on memory. Practice finding your kit in the dark. Run drills with your family so everyone knows where it is and how to use the items inside. Rotate supplies regularly. Replace expired food, water, and medications, and update documents as needed. This keeps your kit ready for any emergency, not just blackouts. With a well-stocked, well-maintained kit and a clear plan, a power outage becomes a manageable inconvenience, not a crisis. Preparation is peace of mind. Once you have safe light in your bearings, it's time to think beyond the next hour. Blackouts can last much longer than we expect, so every action should help you play the long game, protecting your resources and your well-being. Start by rationing your food and water. Only open the fridge or pantry when absolutely necessary, and divide supplies so they last. If you have shelf-stable foods, prioritize using perishables first. Create a communication plan with your neighbors. Check in safely, share updates, and pool resources if possible. Community support can make a blackout easier to endure and help everyone stay informed. For cooking, use safe alternatives like a camp stove, grill, or solar oven, always outdoors and away from windows. Never use a charcoal grill or gas stove inside, as this can cause deadly carbon monoxide buildup. If you use a generator, place it outside, far from doors and windows. Never run a generator indoors or in a garage. Carbon monoxide is invisible and deadly. Follow all safety instructions and refuel only when the generator is off and cool. Conserve every bit of power, especially your phone and power bank. Use them only for essential communication or brief updates. A blackout is a marathon, not a sprint. To keep spirits up, plan group activities. Play games, tell stories, or simply talk. Shared experiences help pass the time and reduce stress. For longer outages, check in with neighbors if it's safe. Community makes a blackout easier to endure. Every small step, rationing, safe cooking, generator safety, and keeping morale high, turns a blackout from a crisis into a challenge you can handle. Play the long game, and you'll get through it together. In a blackout, your phone is a lifeline. Treat it with care. Resist the urge to constantly refresh news or scroll social media. Every tap drains precious battery, and you'll need that power for what matters most. But your phone isn't your only tool. Walkie-talkies or two-way radios are excellent for staying in touch with family or neighbors when cell service is down. Keep them charged and ready in your blackout kit. Set up a group chat with your household or close contacts before an emergency. This way you can quickly share updates or check in with everyone at once, saving time and battery. Always keep a written list of emergency contacts, family, neighbors, doctors, and local emergency numbers. If your phone dies, this list is your backup. For official updates, use a battery-powered or hand-crank radio or check trusted news sources on your phone, but only briefly. Radios don't rely on cell towers or Wi-Fi, and they're a low-power way to stay informed. Avoid sharing rumors or unverified information. Stick to official sources. Misinformation can cause panic and clog networks. Share only what you know is true. After sending your message or checking for updates, turn off your phone or put it in low power mode. Let your radio or walkie-talkie do the work. Save your battery for when you truly need it. Smart communication keeps you connected and calm. Use every tool, phone, radio, walkie-talkie, and written contacts wisely, and you'll stay informed and in control no matter how long the blackout lasts. Your blackout blueprint starts with a plan. Prioritize safety, conserve resources, and communicate smartly. Gather your household for a quick meeting. Make sure everyone knows the basics. Involve children by giving them simple roles, like finding the flashlight or checking the emergency kit. Spend time assembling your kit together. Headlamps, batteries, a hand crank radio, first aid, water, and snacks. Use a checklist to make sure nothing is missed, and store the kit where everyone can find it. Practice regular family drills. Turn off the lights and see how quickly everyone can find the kit and check supplies. Update your emergency plan and kit every few months. Refresh supplies, replace batteries, and talk through the steps again. Encourage kids to help update the checklist and test flashlights. Preparation is a team effort that builds confidence and calm. Don't forget your community. Attend local preparedness events. Visit your community center for resources and know where to find help if you need it. Many towns offer handouts, workshops, and support during emergencies. Preparation turns a blackout from a crisis into a challenge.